Hey guys, Rally Flow Bro here, and this is the Retron5. Now this bad boy can play all types of consoles. It can play Genesis, it can play Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy. This thing does it all, and it does it pretty well. Now it is emulation, it is reading the ROMs off of your cartridges and playing it through an emulator, but it's pretty spot on. Just look at Metroid Zero Mission. I'm going to give you about two minutes of gameplay, 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm going to go through a bunch of different games from each console that is on here. Now, I've actually been using this to stream with, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. I haven't come across any problems. If you're just a retro enthusiast and you have cartridges laying around, this is for you. Just look at that. Doesn't that look great? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go on to Yoshi's Island, which is on the Super Nintendo. Now, this version that I'm currently playing is actually a Japanese cartridge that I translated to English using an IPS patch. Now, I'm going to show you at the end of the video using a very, very good game. Now, I wanted to demonstrate Yoshi's Island because it's one of those games that have a special effects chip, and normally consoles that are cloned, they don't really play it. Or if they do play them, they play them terribly because not all of the hardware is in there from the actual Super Nintendo. Right, we got past the tutorial. That's good enough for these demonstrative purposes. We're going to go ahead and move on to Ghouls and Ghosts on the Sega Genesis, or Master System for those of you who live outside of the US. Now, this is one of my favorite ports of the game. The only port that supersedes this port would be the one on the Turbo Graphics. But it's very true to the original arcade game, and if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you would recognize this game. I had to feature this game, especially because the new one is going to be coming out in a few days. G&G Resurrection, and I am excited. I'm trying to keep gameplay short on this one, but when I'm so close to the boss, kinda gotta try and go for it. So hopefully we at least get it. I might get a little carried away with this game. Sweet, we got him. Alright, we can move on to the next one, which is Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. It's another tough one. Now, this one is not a great port of the arcade one. I mean, it's very true to it, but there's some jank to this one. Sometimes some random enemies spawn on top of you, you get destroyed by burrito ghosts. Yeah, burrito ghosts. I said that. They look like burritos, and they're ghosts. Now, I'm not going to play this one too long, because this one's very difficult. This one's actually frustratingly difficult. Not as difficult as Contra, but it's still pretty bad. Now, the questions that I wanted to answer in this video were, should you get this? My main answer is yes. If you cannot afford a MiSter or an analog console or expensive modifications for your original equipment, this is the way to go. Now, this stuff right here, you can play Japanese carts, you can translate them, you can patch certain things into them, you do all types of stuff. So I'm going to show you right now with Chrono Trigger. This is a Super Famicom version of the game that's in here. Don't mind the error for the controller. I am using an NES controller just so I can get into the game, so I can show you what's going on in here. Now, this is a Japanese RPG. If you had no English translation patch, you'd basically be lost unless you understood Japanese and read it well. I don't know what any of that says. At all. Now, momentarily, I'm going to show you exactly how easy the patching process is. It's literally a few button clicks and you're into playing some JRPGs in English without an issue. Alright, now here's the same game again. There goes the intro to the Retron, and what's about to show up is the menu. There you go. The terrible red, that's the one thing that I do not like about this console, is that the menu is that really bright, ridiculous red. You get used to it, but let's go into the game-specific settings. We're going to go into our patches, and we're going to select our patch. And it's going to be the Japanese to English IPS patch. We're going to select it, and now we're going to go in and press play. See, down below you got the patch file loaded. Now, when we're into the game now, you'll see some English text that wasn't there before. The title screen. Now, the title screen is always in English, but as soon as you get in, you'll notice some differences. Look at that. I can read all of that now. This is what will sell the Retron to you. If you've got Japanese carts laying around, this is the way to play it. Alrighty guys, so the question has been answered. Is it trash in 2021? It is not, and you should definitely buy it. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content. I'm going to be giving you a whole lot more Retron stuff, a whole lot more MiSter stuff, and a whole lot of more of random things that I find in between. Thank you and have a wonderful day.